Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Crush. And today we are going to be doing an all-in deck right here. And this is one of the best all-in decks I've ever played with. This is a very fun deck, or at least the final version of this deck that I get to in this video is very fun. And I sort of was going after an all-in deck that uses meteor and is just very like trying to dunk my opponents. So it was actually kind of difficult to get clips for this because I was winning so many matches so quickly with it that, you know, it's pretty interesting. And then later on in the video, I switched to a deck that's more based around just trying to get, you know, put all the damage on them very quickly. And so I'll use like gust of wind to blow them back, and then I'll keep using meteor and fire elemental, and I think I even had it in cannon shot in the last version of this deck, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. This one here it's pretty crazy. You know, meteor plus fire elemental, very crazy, along with the catapult. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun here, I think, to dive into this challenge. So here we go with the all-in deck. And my opponent starts off with Double Orcs Horde, which can be pretty interesting to go against. It looks like I should be at a disadvantage, but this deck is really not based entirely, or at least I was hoping it wasn't going to be based entirely around trying to clear what they're playing, although I do end up doing that here to some extent. I was trying to figure out, I think, kind of how I really wanted to play this match, and actually that was kind of a sweet play in the end. Really, the key play was what I did right there in the top lane with the fire elemental into Black Witch into another fire elemental to like clear that lane, and then all melee cards in the bottom lane, and I stopped it briefly with that ice elemental was pretty key too. And then I have the catapult out there, and the catapult's just such a sneaky card in these types of decks, and then they use a meteor and don't take out the catapult. So, and at this point I'm like, I think I can win this even if I just ignore them, but you know, the Skull King is very good at distracting melee cards, so that is what I was using it for. And the dragon just keeps pushing them, you know, just keeps pushing them back enough that I can sort of reset for the catapult again. And the catapult really is just, it's a very good card in all-in mode in particular. It's a very good card. So, you know, and then of course having the Necromancer with Skull King is really interesting because it can definitely create a pretty good combo with Skull King. You know, kind of get a skeleton stack going, which can be, even with my opponent having like a Executioner here, it's still kind of an annoying thing for them to deal with. And they I end up keeping the Necromancer alive. So I just try and get it down to one lane that's doing damage on my castle. And then I'm thinking, can I get the dragon at close range with the ice elemental? And I do manage to, in fact, freeze it. And then need some protection for that catapult. Eventually I see the move. And that's that. And that's another win. This deck was just dominating people, though. It was really quite something. Really dominant series of decks that I came up with for all-in mode. And I mean, sometimes, you know, you had to kind of read the situation and be like, well, is it worth trying to defeat what they're putting at me, or should I just go for their castle and try to do damage to that? So again, here the dragon is very valuable because its ability to push opponents back, especially if you have fire elemental or meteor, is very valuable. And here I was trying to go for their castle and not fully sure what I wanted to do. I ended up trying to get rid of the Black Witch. I mean, sorry, the Skull Queen was my idea there. And I think I've got this though still, because the dragon is low health, so I just need to put like one hit on that and watch that ice elemental just take over that bottom lane. Wow. Huge mana turn there for me, and that's game over. Easy game over. Ice Elemental, very powerful against melee cards or ranged cards that can get caught at close range, like sometimes the dragon can. I mean, it's not powerful against it, but it's powerful at holding it in place and disabling its ability to do damage, which is pretty critical. And then right here, the Black Witch combo into the Fire Elemental, even though I missed it a little bit, but still. Bottom lane looks very dangerous here, but I'm thinking I'm just going to go for the DPS and on their castle and try to not worry about the bottom lane. Oh, and then they helped me out. Look at that help they gave me with the dragon right there. Sometimes you can help your opponent out a little too much with dragon, but, you know, I probably, well, that seemed like a good move at the time. I don't know. Ooh, and then they get the catapult out there. This match was getting a little dicey, but I still have the advantage, and I'm thinking, do I want to play the dragon? No, because I had the damage advantage. So that was important to keep. Again, using the dragon to sort of hold off their advances. Meanwhile, I can play my damage cards on their castle. And definitely a little bit of a situational thing. You know, do I use the meteor on their troops or do I use it on their castle? And just something I have to think about on a match-to-match basis. So this match, again, I'm thinking I'm going to just get control of bottom lane. And I need to hold them off. This is not looking good, but the dragon comes in at a very clutch moment. But unfortunately, this is looking not so good, because I know they have cards that can finish me off here. So even if I get this back, I'm at such low health. If they have meteor or something, I'm going to be toast. So I'm like, yeah, I need to go after their castle in this situation. Hope they don't draw. Yeah, well, there it was. Unfortunate, but it's kind of the way it worked out there. This one, very dangerous catapult there. I'm like, yeah, this needs to go. We'll go into the Fire Elemental and get rid of it. I missed again with Fire Elemental. Though, however, Dragon again very key at pushing back the pressure with its sort of gust ability there. And now I can pretty much go at their castle here and try to really apply the pressure, since I can out DPS that Spectre. And then again, they're actually kind of helping me a little bit with that dragon. And I have the damage advantage, so I don't really care too much. Just trying to go up their castle with everything that I can. Trying to block the Spectre with a Necromancer. That was weird, but okay. And now I can go for their castle and finish it off. Back-to-back meteors, easy stuff. Now I went in with a cannon shot deck, and this one was pretty wild. Just going straight in on their castle, no regard for anything else. They even have a Skull Queen down. I'm like, I need more damage than this. Can I get what I need? The dragon, though, comes to the rescue. Very clutch dragon. But the top lane... Oh my gosh. Top lane into the Skull King, and I'm trying to get the cards I need. I should lose this. Yeah, I do. The dragon almost saved me, though. Like, that could have saved me if I had the right cards, but... Look at this push by my opponent in this match. Really key. I recognize I have to get rid of that Skull Queen. And just get skeletons in front of the Spectre. I've got the Spectre frozen, which is good. And again, skeletons really helping me out. Absorbing that melee push. And now we're applying the pressure here. The damage is going on their castle. Fire Elemental, Meteor, although there was a nice chance to use that defensively too, but I go for the offense, and the dragon continues to help me out. And, ooh, just in time. The catapult was getting pushed hard. This deck is just an unreal amount of fun for this game mode. And here, using the gusts of wind, trying to just go straight in on their castle with just other cards to delay them, such as the Ice Elemental and the Dragon and the gusts of wind. With Cannon Shot. Oh my goodness, this deck I was having a lot of fun with this deck. I mean, I probably could have gone for a 30-minute video because I just didn't want to stop playing it. It was just like dunking people constantly, I felt like. And it was fast matches for people who wanted to quickly get the chest from the victories. This is looking terrible for me, right? But not really, because that dragon, you know, I'm not going to let it get to the castle. So, you know, and I have a huge health advantage here, and I got the 2 winning cards basically in my hand. Boom, boom. And that is all there was. So, very, very fun version of this deck. And I do have arrows just in case they're really pushing hard with the skeletons, just so I don't get completely overwhelmed. But, you know, I try to minimize the incoming damage. I understand I'm going to take some damage with this type of strategy, but it's more just about minimizing the most dangerous lanes, and then trying to hit them at the same time at their castle. And of course, I'm drawing cards as fast as it allows me to draw them, because with no mana cost, it doesn't really matter. It's not like I need mana to play the cards, so I just draw them as fast as I can. And one more hit here. Very close situation. If middle lane gets to the castle, I'm going to be in bad shape, so trying to block this as fast as I can, and got rid of one of the mages, which was pretty key. I decided I'm going to block the most urgent damage there. Oh, they dropped the Fire Elemental, but I got right what I needed, right when I needed it. And that was a good match, too. This deck just got me totally pumped up. And I haven't played that many Cannon Shot decks that actually work, but this one kind of worked. Debatably, there might be better cards, but you know, I found the Cannon Shot really just, you know, once my opponent's health starts going down, and right here with the Catapult, having Gust of Wind was huge. I mean, it's huge. It wastes so much time that they could be doing damage right there. And I think here I just decided to throw out the arrows just because I didn't need them, and I wanted to draw a new card, so that's what I did. And I do end up trading that stack just because theirs was doing more damage than mine was. And I believe I decided to, yeah, freeze bottom lane just because the Catapult is very, very dangerous, and I wanted to keep it off of me at all costs. The Catapult is usually a priority with this deck if your opponent has it. I realized I'm going to have to focus on melee cards with Ice Elemental, so that's why I put it where I did. And just focusing more on their castle. And I have the Blizzard, so that's the end. Game over. Almost. Now it's game over. Almost called it too soon. But there it is. So I thought that was a super fun deck, guys. This one was really fun. I can't wait to try it again in the all-in game mode. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments, and what other types of content I should create. Maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel for more mobile gaming videos. And thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.